Morning. It is Wednesday. It is the 2022 version of October the 5th. You're back here with me, Sean Butler, and of course, my ever-present co-pilot, Bugsy Malone, as we bring to you episode 60 of Tottenham Walks. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Hi guys. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are happy and healthy and doing the things that you love with the people that you most love doing them with. As always guys, if you wouldn't mind, I'd really appreciate it if you could smash the like, the subscribe and the notification bell, and drop a comment below. As many of you, so many of you have been doing over the last few weeks, and it's been fantastic to continue the discussion after the video has been uploaded. Guys, the topic of course today is last night's game. Frankfurt 0, Tottenham 0. I hope that you're not too frustrated or too despondent with the result, given how dominant we were for large parts of the game and how many opportunities that we didn't take and convert into goals, which left us sitting second in the group, 2 points behind Sporting CP of Lisbon, who got smashed away at Marseille. The group is wide open, guys. The group is wide open. 2 points ahead of us are Sporting. Joint with us in third place on 4 points is, of course, Frankfurt. And then just behind is Marseille now on 3 points. So much to play for. So much to play for. And really the frustration for me about last night is just that there were 3 points on the table. If we could finish our dinner, there were 3 points on the plate. And for me, the majority of the accountability in my eyes last night was our forward line. The inability to weight a pass correctly. The inability to make the correct decision in that moment. Cost us. Sonny, once again, just poor. Richarlison, once again, poor. Moments, they both had moments where they looked, clever, but overall, the vast majority of the times that they got the ball, either their touch let them down or the weight of their pass let them down. Harry Kane, only marginally better for me, because he came deep quite a lot and was quite pivotal in some of the, especially in the first half, when he came back and was playing more as a central midfielder, collecting the ball and trying to create space, create things, create momentum. And he was fairly good at that side of things, but again, all too often, poor decision making from him. The only other player that I thought that needs to be called out for a poor performance, in my opinion, was Hugo Lloris. Very instinctual goalkeeper, right? For me, when a striker or a player for the opposition team is in point blank range, there's probably no goalkeeper in the Premier League that's quite as good at those kinds of saves. Instinctual saves. For me, it's weird. It's like the less time that he has to think about it, the better he is. Give him a couple of seconds where he has to compose himself and get rid of the ball, find the right pass, or become better with his spatial awareness and general positioning. The longer he has to think about it, the more vulnerable he is to mistakes, and that's a problem. You are the captain of the team. You should be emanating confidence and leadership in everything that you do, especially considering you can't communicate too easily with the rest of your team in open play. When the ball is in your area, you need to be just full of beans, just confident, knowing where you want to put the ball and then put it there more often than not. And he doesn't do that. Once again last night, horrible clearances, slices and mistimed passes, hospital passes into dangerous areas to Romero. those sorts of decisions have cost us already this season, and they could have cost us last night. They didn't, but that doesn't mean that he gets away with not a poor review in my mind. But like I say, when called upon to make saves that most people wouldn't make, he finds a way to get a glove to it, and that's a brilliant asset to have. Everybody else in the team, I thought Longley was brilliant. I thought Longley was brilliant last night. Best performance from him, very composed. It was great to see Romero back, doing what he does best, anticipation, getting in there, coming forward, getting rough with the players. It was fantastic to see him back to something like what we know of him and his aggressive best. Eric Dyer I thought was really good, pinging balls left and right from deep. I thought Højbjerg was magnificent, and I thought Bentancur was the weaker of the two but grew into the game. But Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, once again, the guy is a born leader. He should be captain of the football club. I hope he will be captain for next season. But he is the sort of character that steps up when other players in the team this season haven't been at their best relative to what we come to expect from them. Players like Sonny or Kane or even Decky and Romero and Lloris, they've all had relatively poor seasons thus far compared to what we come to expect from them normally. Then you need other players to step up and fill some sort of void, and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is doing that week in, week out. Absolute beast. I love the guy. Absolutely love him. I even thought Emerson had a fairly good game. I did. And maybe that's why he wasn't taken off. At least I don't think he was taken off. I hope I'm not saying this and completely incorrect, but I don't remember him being subbed off in the game. And that to me was probably the only area of Conte's decision making that I think turned out to be a bit of a folly yesterday, because on Saturday we have to play with a new right wing back. Now whether that is Perisic, whether that is Matt Doherty or Jed Spence, between the three of them they probably played no more than 60 minutes of football at the right wing back spot this season. And Brighton's going to be a really tough game. So to have kept a guy on the pitch for 90 minutes that won't be available for the next game and the two games following the Frankfurt second leg, I think was unnecessary. I think he could have had given Spence or Doherty 15 minutes and it wouldn't have upset the balance of the game. It's not my choice to make, not my call to make. And Conte rightly said, we're fans, we can have our opinions, but he sees what he sees and he's making his decisions to win, not to lose. So it is what it is, but I think we're still entitled to give our own takes on it. 1 second, guys. And whilst we're talking about Conte, as I said at the start of the game, or the start of the night when the teams were released and the formation was released, myself and most people in the comments on We Are Tottenham TV were all frustrated again to see the same 11 and the same formation. But we'll never know what would have happened had we gone 3-5-2, had Bissouma had some minutes, etc. We'll never know. Right? Maybe it would have been worse, maybe it would have been better. All we can ever know is the outcome of the choices we made, not the ones we haven't made. And I thought the performance was good. So I don't think Conte deserves any real criticism, apart from, like I say, maybe the idea, if you're going to play 3-4-3, once again, the bench looked horrendously weak from an offensive standpoint, because Decky and Lucas Moura are injured, and that is what it is. But I don't think you necessarily needed to have Perisic on the pitch as well. I think he could have been a substitute and then used as an offensive option should the need have arisen. But again, picking peanuts out of poo, because I thought the performance was really good, guys. I'm not particularly disappointed. If you go in Europe and you don't lose away and you win your games at home, you're going to be fine. So for me, I thought it was a very assured performance. It was the most confident I've seen Tottenham play with the ball, play as a game both with the ball and without the ball. With playing so high up the field, Of course, there's going to be some vulnerabilities when you do push up and you don't get the ball. Sometimes you're going to have the ability for the other teams to go in behind. But I'd much rather see that sort of football than the other football that we've been watching recently. So for me, I choose to take the positives out of this one. It was just a shame that Sonny and Richarlison and Harry Kane couldn't finish their dinner. But I feel very confident that Tottenham, if we continue to play like that, then eventually those boys are going to tick and click. And the synchronicity and the chemistry will re-emerge and we will be absolutely fine. Brighton next. Really tough game. Brighton away is always tough. And we'll talk about that in the next few days. No doubt at all. But yeah, guys, look, some of you I'm sure will be really frustrated that we didn't win and we needed to get 3 points to make ourselves feel better after the Arsenal game. But for me, I think the performance was more important, and I was really pleased to see from positions 2 to 8 really solid interaction and growing confidence to have the likes of Romero and Longley playing as well as they did as well. All good things. The only thing that's missing is a goal. Like, share and subscribe, guys. I'll see you later for the next one. As always, guys, as always, bye-bye!